On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Obsess.
To fill the mind of someone continually so that one can't think of anything else.
Examples:
Obsess over her weight. He is obsessed with the fear. He's utterly obsessed with his promotion.
Mosquito.
A small flying insect whose female bites people and animals and sucks their blood, and sometimes transmits serious diseases such as malaria.
Examples:
Mosquito bite. Mosquito repellent. A stagnant water area are breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Transmit.
To send or forward an electronic signal, to pass something from one person or thing to another.
Examples:
Transmit the disease. Transmit information. Parents often transmit their characteristics to their children.
Malaria.
A severe disease caused by a parasite that is spread by the bite of an infected mosquito.
Examples:
Malaria mosquitoes. Malaria endemic area. Many people in tropical countries die from malaria every year.
Resistant.
Not affected by something, especially changes or new ideas, of or relating to immunity, to disease or infection.
Examples:
Penicillin-resistant bacteria. Resistant to persuasion. Insects in urban areas are becoming resistant to insecticides.
Parasite.
An organism that lives on or in another organism and benefits by deriving nutrients at the other's expense.
Examples:
Blood-sucking parasite. Parasite disease. Tapeworms are parasites that live in the intestines of humans and animals.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples:
Breed horses. Breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
A bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Genetically.
In a way that relates to or is produced by genes, equals the units in the cells of a living thing received by an animal or plant from its parents, or heredity.
Examples:
Genetically inherited traits. Genetically manipulated plant. The genetically modified crops were resistant to pests and required less water.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Villager.
A person who lives in a village or small rural community. A person who is part of a close-knit and traditional community.
Examples:
Villager community. Local villager. The rural villagers were saddened by the destruction of their homes in the natural disaster.
Bier.
A platform or framework on which a coffin or corpse is placed for burial or viewing. A stand or support for carrying a corpse during a funeral procession.
Examples:
Bier procession. Funeral bier. The mourners gathered around the bier to pay their final respects to the deceased.
Grad.
Informal for graduate, a student who has recently graduated or is about to graduate from a school, college, or university.
Examples:
High school grad. Grad student. He was proud to be a grad of the prestigious university.
Stumble.
To miss a step and fall or nearly fall, to walk unsteadily.
Examples:
Stumble financially. Stumble through life. She stumbled over the tree root.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Trait.
A particular feature of your nature.
Examples:
Chemical trait. Personality traits. Multiple genes may influence behavioral traits concurrently.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
Inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Convenience.
The state of being suitable or opportune.
Examples:
Convenience goods. For convenience sake. They offered the convenience of an installment plan.
Glance.
To give a quick or brief look, to hit something at an angle.
Examples:
Glance around nervously. Glance at him miserably. I casually glanced into the small hut.
Red eye.
A late night or overnight flight, typically characterized by its departure and arrival times, usually causing fatigue or redness of the eyes.
Examples:
Red-eye flight. Catch a red eye. I had a long day at work and barely got any sleep, so I'll be taking the red-eye flight tonight.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Descendant.
Children or offspring of a specific person, plant, or animal.
Examples:
Descendant of a pioneer. Third-generation descendant. Those warriors' descendants are still skilled archers.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Viol.
A stringed instrument, typically with 6 strings and frets, played with a bow, also called a viola da gamba.
Examples:
Viol instrument. Viol music. The viol player was rehearsing for an upcoming concert.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete, or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Cornerstone.
A fundamental or essential element or component of something, a basis or foundation upon which something is built or developed.
Examples:
Cornerstone of democracy. Lay the cornerstone. Effective communication is often considered the cornerstone of a successful team.
Genetics.
The branch of biology that studies genes, genetic variation, and heredity in organisms.
Examples:
The science of genetics. Genetics discrimination. He is a specialist in the genetics of aging.
Permutation.
A rearrangement of a set of items, especially into a different order.
Examples:
A repeated permutation. A circular permutation. The mathematician was fascinated by permutations and combinations.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
Gene expression. Gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Edit.
To prepare written material for publication by correcting, condensing, or otherwise modifying it.
Examples:
Edit a history book. Edit a video. I need to edit this document before submitting it to my boss.
Precise.
Sharply exact or accurate or delimited.
Examples:
Precise analyses. Estimate precise costs. The content is precise and informative for me.
Harness.
To control and exploit the power of something, especially natural resources that produce energy. Noun, a set of narrow pieces of leather and metal that are used to control or hold in place a person, animal, or object.
Examples:
Harness a horse to a carriage. Put a harness on my pet. People have been exploring ways to harness natural forces and resources since ancient times.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Molecule.
A group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Small molecules. Molecule behavior. The shape of the DNA molecule is a double helix.
Genome.
The complete set or sequence of genes of a human, animal, plant, or other living things.
Examples:
Sequencing of the human genome. Genome analyses. The human genome contains approximately 3 billion chemical base pairs.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Insert.
To put something inside something else.
Examples:
Insert coin. Insert a graphic. She inserted a new chapter into her manuscript.
Machinery.
A group of large machines or the components of a machine that make it work, social institution functions or structure for doing something.
Examples:
Heavy machinery. Inactive machinery. The machinery of audit formally issued a business improvement order.
Perpetual.
Continuing for an extended period in the same way without stopping or being interrupted.
Examples:
Perpetual motion machine. Perpetual struggle. The company employs a perpetual inventory system.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Automatically.
Without needing a direct human control.
Examples:
Record driving automatically. Automatically adjusted. Our subscription plan is automatically renewed.
Chromosome.
A long and string-like DNA molecule containing the part or all of the genetic material of an organism that controls what an animal or plant is like.
Examples:
A sex chromosome. The end of chromosome. Human females normally have 2 X chromosomes.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Heterozygous.
Possessing different alleles for a particular gene, having inherited different versions of the gene from each parent.
Examples:
Heterozygous trait. Heterozygous genotype. She inherited the genetic disorder because she is heterozygous for the mutated gene.
Homozygous.
Possessing identical alleles for a particular gene, having inherited the same version of the gene from both parents.
Examples:
Homozygous allele. Homozygous mutation. The plant displayed the trait of resistance to pests due to being homozygous for the resistant gene.
Alarming.
Causing concern or apprehension, causing a feeling of danger, harm, or emergency, unsettling or disturbing.
Examples:
Alarming news. Alarming statistics. The sudden rise in crime rates in our neighborhood is quite alarming.
Relief.
A feeling of happiness and relaxation that comes when something burdensome is removed or reduced.
Examples:
Tax relief. Sigh of relief. He devoted his life to establishing a humanitarian relief fund.
Normally.
Usually, under normal conditions.
Examples:
Complete normally. Not normally drink much. I don't normally take a vacation in the middle of summer.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Evolutionary.
Relating to or denoting how living things develop or change from earlier forms.
Examples:
Ecology and evolutionary biology. The evolutionary process. Evolutionary algorithms can find ways to optimize that humans do not anticipate.
Mutant.
An organism that has characteristics resulting from a mutation equals alteration in the nucleic acid sequence of the genome.
Examples:
Mutant Omicron strain. Mutant animal. The biologist thinks this mutant gene links to cancer.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
Cast frightening eyes. Frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Handicap.
A physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities.
Examples:
Handicap parking space. Mental handicap. The athlete overcame his physical handicap to become a world champion.
Relentless.
Persistent and determined, continuing despite difficulties or setbacks.
Examples:
Relentless attack. Face relentless pressure. The athlete's relentless training paid off in the end.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Virtually.
Almost completely.
Examples:
Virtually all countries. Virtually identical. Virtually all the parties signed the contract.
Eliminate.
To remove or get rid of someone or something.
Examples:
Eliminate contestants. Eliminate sexual barriers. We can eliminate this possibility from those consumptions.
Dengue.
A viral disease transmitted by mosquitoes, characterized by fever, severe joint and muscle pain, and a rash.
Examples:
Dengue mosquito. Dengue outbreak. Many people in this region have contracted dengue fever from mosquito bites.
Chikungunya.
A viral infection carried by mosquitoes that causes fever and severe joint pain, often accompanied by a rash, headache, muscle pain, and fatigue.
Examples:
Chikungunya fever. Chikungunya outbreak. The chikungunya virus is transmitted to humans by mosquitoes.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Invasive.
Spreading very quickly, and often aggressively, and difficult to stop.
Examples:
Invasive breast cancer. Invasive species. The invasive disease can spread quickly and potentially cause a global pandemic.
Carp.
A type of freshwater fish found in many parts of the world, typically with a scaleless body, barbels around the mouth, and erect fins, to complain or find fault with something repeatedly.
Examples:
Carp fishing. Carp streamers. The fisherman showed off his biggest carp catch of the day.
Offspring.
Descendant, any immature animal or plant.
Examples:
Female offspring. Produce offspring. How many offspring does the average lion have?
Brink.
The point at which something is about to happen, the edge of a steep place.
Examples:
Brink of war. On the brink. We were on the brink of a financial crisis.
Accidental.
Happening or existing by chance or unintentionally.
Examples:
Accidental death. Cover accidental damage. This system prevents accidental deletion of data.
Precaution.
A measure taken in advance to prevent harm, danger, or injury, foresightfulness.
Examples:
Airborne precaution. Take extra precautions. As a precaution, the company locked all of its doors after a threat was made.
Contaminate.
To make something impure, unclean, or poisonous by contact or mixture.
Examples:
Contaminate with a disease. Contaminate his ego. We strive not to contaminate the environment when demolishing petroleum plants.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Accidentally.
By chance or without planning.
Examples:
They met accidentally. Accidentally coincide. He was accidentally killed by friendly fire.
Wipe.
To clean or dry something by rubbing with a piece of cloth or paper or one's hand and removing dirt, food, or liquid.
Examples:
Wipe off dirt. Wipe with water. Please wipe your sweat with this towel.
Unlikely.
Not probable or likely to happen.
Examples:
Unlikely event. It is unlikely that he would win the game. The passage of the bill is unlikely.
Confine.
To restrict the movement of someone or something.
Examples:
Confine themselves solely. Confine the scope of use. The animal was confined in a small cage.
Fancy.
To want to do or have something, noun, something that many people believe but that is false, or that does not exist, imagination or fantasy.
Examples:
Fancy a cup of coffee. A flight of fancy. I don't fancy acting in such an important role.
Interbreed.
To breed between different species or varieties.
Examples:
Interbreed to produce hybrid offspring. Interbreed plants. Lions and tigers can interbreed to produce a liger.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples:
Infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Promote.
To encourage or persuade people to like, buy, use, do, or support something, to raise someone to a higher position or rank.
Examples:
Promote a better relationship. Promote bad behavior. The government should do more to promote sustainable agribusiness.
Decent.
Satisfactory, acceptable, or good in a general sense.
Examples:
Yearn for the decent living. A decent education. He earned a decent salary at his job.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Disaster.
An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life.
Examples:
global disaster, disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake.
Deign.
To do something that one considers beneath their dignity or status, to condescend or lower oneself to do something.
Examples:
deign to come to his party, deign to listen. The famous author would never deign to answer fan mail personally.
Entirely.
Completely.
Examples:
entirely satisfied with the meal. He was entirely to blame. Later, his claim was found to be entirely false.
Worrisome.
Causing worry, trouble, or anxiety, indicating the possible presence of danger, difficulty, or harm.
Examples:
worrisome issue, worrisome development. The worrisome news about the impending storm caused many people to evacuate.
Undergraduate.
A student who is studying for their first degree at a university or other higher education institution.
Examples:
engineering undergraduate, undergraduate course. The class was composed of both undergraduate and graduate students.
Talented.
Having a natural ability or aptitude for something, showing exceptional skill or ability in a particular area.
Examples:
a very talented actor, talented athlete. She is a talented musician, able to play several instruments.
Schooler.
A student who attends a school.
Examples:
a primary schooler, schooler uniform. He often traveled abroad alone when he was in high schooler.
Equip.
To provide a person or a place with the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples:
equip an army. Equip our children with some special skills. The construction company equipped the building with an earthquake-resistant device.
Terrifying.
Very frightening or intimidating.
Examples:
terrifying experience, terrifying events. Large earthquakes often generate terrifying tsunamis.
Caution.
Great care and attention that you take to avoid danger or mistakes, a warning against certain acts.
Examples:
extreme caution, act with caution. He gave a stern caution to the naughty student.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
responsible action, responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Reproduce.
To make a copy of something such as a picture, piece of text, music, etc., to produce offspring through a sexual or asexual process.
Examples:
Reproduce the painting. Reproduce by myself. By dividing and creating copies of themselves, bacteria reproduce.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Practical.
Of or connected with actual use or real situation rather than with theory and ideas.
Examples:
Practical English. Gain practical experience. Her concept is highly practical and helpful.
Reproductive.
Connected with the process of reproduction, relating to reproducing babies, young animals, or plants.
Examples:
Reproductive ability. During reproductive period. This documentary deals with the reproductive biology of the buffalo.
Insect.
Any small creature that has 6 legs and a body divided into 3 sections.
Examples:
Insect antenna. Insect biology. These insects are more prevalent above a certain latitude.
Vertebrate.
Relating to animals that have a backbone or spinal column, such as mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish.
Examples:
The muscle tissue of a vertebrate. Vertebrate biology. The presence of a backbone is a defining characteristic of vertebrate animals.
Devastating.
Causing a great deal of destruction or damage.
Examples:
Have devastating effects. Treat this devastating disease. This typhoon was the most devastating in years.
Rot.
To decay, or cause something to decay, naturally and gradually.
Examples:
Begin to rot. Rot with age. Please refrigerate the meat, or it will rot.
Aim.
To try or plan to get or achieve something.
Examples:
Aim at a specific target. Aim to be a nurse. We aim for an overseas expansion.
Sabotage.
The deliberate and malicious damage, destruction, or disruption of equipment, machinery, or other property, often by someone with a particular agenda or motive. The subversion of an organization or institution by secret agents or spies.
Examples:
Active sabotage. Sabotage mission. The sabotage of the factory's equipment caused significant damage.
Agriculture.
The practice or science of cultivating the land or raising stock.
Examples:
Organic agriculture. Intensive agriculture. Agriculture is the foundation of our economy.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Grueling.
Extremely tiring or demanding great effort, especially with long duration or intensity.
Examples:
Grueling process. A grueling campaign. The marathon was a grueling test of endurance.
Meticulous.
Cautious and precise, paying great attention to detail.
Examples:
Take meticulous notes. A meticulous carpenter. She is known for her meticulous attention to detail in her work.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Overwrite.
To replace or overwrite existing data or information with new data, often in the context of computer files or software.
Examples:
Overwrite setting. Overwrite memory. Don't forget to back up your data before you overwrite any files on your computer.
Cancel.
To decide that a previously scheduled activity will not take place.
Examples:
Cancel a class. Cancel a free subscription trial. When customers cancel their reservations, they lose the deposit they made.
Debate.
A formal discussion or argument of opposing viewpoints, often to persuade others to adopt a specific position. A public discussion, often on an issue of current interest, in which participants offer opinions and differing perspectives.
Examples:
Debate topic. Debate competition. The debate over climate change continues to be a hot topic in politics.
Safeguard.
To protect something or someone from harm, damage, or loss.
Examples:
Safeguard my property. Safeguard environmental quality. This measure will safeguard people against terrorism.
Regulate.
To control something, especially by means of rules or laws.
Examples:
Regulate blood sugar levels. Regulate our conduct. We must manage to regulate our expenditure.
Peter.
To fail or lose power, efficiency, or value gradually before coming to an end.
Examples:
Eventually peter out. Begin to peter out. The music just petered out.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Quo.
The existing state or condition of something, especially in relation to a particular situation or issue.
Examples:
Status quo politician. Quo warranto. The company has been successful in maintaining the status quo.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Spray.
A fine mist of liquid that is dispersed into the air, flower arrangement consisting of a single branch or shoot bearing flowers and foliage.
Examples:
A spray of mist. An insect spray. The artist used a spray paint can to create a graffiti mural on the wall.
Pesticide.
A substance used for preventing, destroying, repelling, or mitigating any pest.
Examples:
Pesticide application. Pesticide residue. The farmer sprayed pesticide on his crops to protect them from insects.
Grave.
A place where a dead body is buried, typically marked by a headstone or other memorial. A very serious, solemn, or important matter. Verb, to carve, cut, or etch a design, inscription, or mark onto a hard surface, such as stone or metal. Adjective, serious, solemn, or weighty in nature.
Examples:
Graven image. Grave mistake. Many innocent civilians were killed and buried in mass graves outside the city during the war.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality. To impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Amphibian.
A cold-blooded animal that can live both on land and in water.
Examples:
Amphibian species. Amphibian habitat. Scientists are concerned about the rapid decline in amphibian populations around the world.